All right, good morning to my AC3 students. First off, can't notice I'm in a little bit of a different place today than I normally am when I go over these notes for you. Actually, on my back balcony. Uh, Reason being, my wife is now working from home, and well, apparently she runs the show, and she kind of kicked me out here. So I'm going to be out here giving you the notes for today. All right, we're going to get started here in a minute, but before we get started, I just want to say a real quick word to you seniors. We just got the word today that we are going to be shut down for the year. To get serious only for a second, I cannot tell you how sorry I am to you guys for that. I remember my senior year, and it's one of the best years of your lives. And the fact that you're getting robbed of a lot of great things is terrible. And myself and the other teachers at Chartiers Houston cannot possibly feel worse for you right now. But I promise you this too, it's going to make you stronger. All right? This is a tough thing you're going through right now. It's a crappy thing you're going through right now. But these types of things is what defines you as a character. And I promise you, you guys will come out better for it. Might not seem like it now, but it will, I promise you. And I also promise you, myself and the other teachers are going to do everything in our power to do something special for you guys, because you guys did not deserve this, all right? So we're going to do everything we can for you guys. And I just want to let you guys know how sorry I am for what you guys are going through right now, all right? But school is still in session. We still have class. We still got to do all that stuff. So we're going to move on, and we're going to get back to learning. So 2 days ago, we talked about Ruby Ridge. Yesterday, we talked about Waco with David Koresh. Today, we're going to finish up the chapter as far as notes go, and we are going to talk about Timothy McVeigh. Now, if you look at your notes, there's only a couple slides. So there's really not a whole lot of notes on him. That being said, another supplemental video for you guys if you have Netflix. It's simply called Oklahoma City. And it focuses on Timothy McVeigh and what happened in Oklahoma City. But what it does, much like this chapter, it talks about the lead-ups as far as what happened that led up to him doing what he did. It talks about Ruby Ridge. It talks about Waco. And obviously it spends a lot of time talking about Timothy McVeigh. So over the break, because remember, we don't have school now Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday for Easter break. Over the break, check out the documentary. It's really good, and it gives a strong background of all three of these different groups, if you will. Okay. So if you want to pause me for a second and get out those notes, we only got a couple, and then you guys can get started. All right. All right. To the slide where it says Oklahoma City bombing. Background information. The man that was responsible for it was Timothy McVeigh. It was him. I don't want to say he acted alone. He had a friend. His friend's name was Terry Nichols. We'll get into Terry Nichols a little bit later. But Timothy McVeigh is the man responsible for the Oklahoma City bombing. Over the years, remember, he was a veteran. He served in the military. He fought in the first Iraq War in 1990. But over the years, with what he saw in Ruby Ridge and later on in Waco, he became a very hardened anti-government militant. And didn't trust the government, felt they were bad, all those sorts of things. All right? So he goes to the Waco standoff to support David Koresh, and when all that goes haywire, it makes him hate the government even more. And he vows to get revenge on the government. And that revenge happens exactly 2 years after the last day of Waco, April 19th, 1995. Take a look at that slide. That is the second year anniversary of the final day of Waco, whenever the bulldozers came in and the compound caught fire and just all those people died, just that horrible, horrible day. April 19th, 1995 is the second anniversary of that day. Timothy McVeigh takes a truck, kind of like a U-Haul truck, and he parks it in the basement of, or I'm sorry, not the basement, but right outside the ground floor of the Federal Building in Oklahoma City. It was known as the Alfred P. Murrah Federal Building. And the truck was rigged with thousands and thousands of pounds of explosives. And shortly after 9 o'clock, when the building was at its busiest, the bomb explodes. And if you look at the slide underneath, that gives you an idea of how powerful that bomb was. It completely blew out the entire front half of that building. 168 people were killed. The sad part is He claims he didn't know this, which may be true. He may not have known this. But he also didn't show a whole lot of remorse for it either. The first 2 or 3 floors of the federal building was a daycare. Now you may be saying, why would they have a daycare in that building? Well, that building employed thousands of people, and a lot of them have kids. So, you would go to work, you would drop your kid off at the daycare in the first couple floors, and you would go and do your job. Of the 168 people that were killed, 19 of them were children in that daycare. And I have 3 pictures there for you. See, the first one is the building. The second one is Timothy McVeigh once he was arrested. And the third one, this ends up winning awards as far as like one of the best pictures of the year. Now, not because it's a happy picture or a good picture or anything like that, but just how powerful it is. And it's a firefighter carrying out a baby out of the building. Timothy McVeigh ends up driving away to try to get away. He ends up getting pulled over, I believe, because he didn't have a license plate on his car. And throughout the investigation, the police then realized that it was him that actually did it. So he's arrested, he's tried, sentenced to death, and years later he does end up dying of execution because of what happened. Okay, and I know that's the quickest of the 3 stories, but it's actually the most historic. But that it's just there's not a whole lot to tell. He saw what happened in Ruby Ridge. He saw what happened in Waco. He hated the government. He vowed revenge. He blew up the Oklahoma City Federal Building. It's as simple as that. But like I said, over these next 4 days, if you have Netflix, it's called Oklahoma City. It's about an hour and a half. Goes into great detail, not just that, but also Ruby Ridge, also Waco. It's a great, great watch. All right. Now, I told you guys that the test was going to be Tuesday. That's the day we come back. I'm thinking I'm going to push that test back to Wednesday. Here's why. You guys got your Easter break coming up. I want you guys to enjoy that a little bit. All right. I want you guys to relax, have some fun, be with your family. I know you've been with your family a lot, but enjoy your break. On Tuesday, the day we come back, I'm going to post a study guide for you. Things to look at for each section, what to study for the test, and how to study for it, all those good things. All right? So enjoy your break. Once again, I know I say it a lot, and I'm sure the other teachers do too. We miss you. We wish we were there with you, but we're all going to get through this together. All right? You guys, us as teachers, the community, the country, everybody. All right? Keep your heads up. Keep your chins up. We will see you guys soon. Don't know how, but we promise you we will. All right. You guys have a good Easter break. Take care.